A side of venison roast that I've been marinating overnight that I'm going to smoke today, and my child is playing with my camera mount. And basically, there's not a whole lot in it. There's some barbecue sauce. Go away. Some barbecue sauce. If I can find it. There we go. Just any sticky barbecue sauce. And there's some cola in the bag just to help break down the meat. Now, I've never tried that before, but it might work fine. This is just a test before the big Christmas do up, so it's only a small piece. That smells amazing. Alright, so you can see it's just a cut. Let me just fix this since it's been messed with. It's just a cut. I've taken the majority of the silver skin off. There's a little bit here, but other than that, all the silver skin is off, and all of the any connecting tissue around here that is gone. Alright, so I've mixed up the fennel, the medium chili, the pepper, the garlic. I don't have any salt in there yet. I'm going to put salt in a minute. I'm short of rosemary, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. And this is going to be mixed up and patted onto this. And it'll be left for a couple of hours before the smokehouse goes. And just give it a nice crust. And then, before it's finished cooking, I'm going to stick on some of this bourbon sauce. Just to give it a nice glaze at the very end. To get the herbs to stick properly. The easiest way I find is, of course I have no gloves left, put some weak mustard, and I like the whole grain mustard. I think I said Dijon earlier on, I meant whole grain, because the rest of the stuff will stick to it perfectly, and it gives itself a nice little, I don't know, crunch. There we go. That's all that is, all mixed up. And all we gotta do now is just put it on the outside, and then we're just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it in the fridge on a plate. But just anywhere that a child or a dog won't steal it, will be fine. Alright, this is a quick rundown of the smokehouse. There we have the big metal, it's an old boy, that I use as a firebox. Around the bottom I've just wrapped some insulation just to stop the wind from blowing the fire too hot. That's only a temporary fix. It's got a metal chimney up inside, metal flume going 90 degrees over to the smoke box itself, and it's just insulated with natural wood insulation, because it gets ridiculously hot, and anything else wouldn't work. So the smoke box itself, I'll start from the top, I guess. Just a little pitched roof. It's all insulated inside, and it's insulated with the same natural wood insulation, and it's lined at the top, so it's wood insulation and lined with tin foil on the top. The insulation on the rest of it is actually on the outside. There, you can see it poking out there, but it's all, there's a couple of inches of insulation all the way around it from front to back, and that's what keeps a lot of the heat in, because the old pine wood would just seep it out too quick. On the front here we have thermometers. This is the meat thermometer up top, which gets inserted into whatever the biggest roast is. It has enough slack so I can put it on whatever shelf. This is the top shelf temperature. We're running, the top, the middle one. It's kind of in between. At the moment outside it's 11 degrees Celsius, and the one below at the chimney is 12. They're not super accurate. They're just little solar powered ones. This one is very accurate, and they're always within a degree of it, so it's not a big deal. As you can see around the far side, just little catches that I can lock it closed and keep the smoke in. A little vent at the top if I need it, but it's not very often close it. You can see all the burning from the hot gas escaping, or the hot exhaust. But yeah, quick look inside here, if it's not too dark to see. So the inside of the door is insulated as well. It's all covered in tin foil. It's a bit messed up at the moment because I was playing with the sensors. You can see the roof up in there is all covered in tin foil. So we have different trays which can be easily moved up and down. Stand back a bit. That's the exhaust. The exhaust itself I had to put a little tin foil cover over the end of it because the heat would come out and hit the far side and have a really, really hot spot on this shelf. And if I had like a tray of wings or anything on there, the wings around the middle would be just completely charred and completely burnt to the bone. So this distributes the heat as it comes out of the chimney and does a great job of it. So it just comes out and it goes straight up the middle. There's usually about a 10 degree, 12 degree difference between this shelf and this shelf. And if I wanted to, I could cold smoke on the bottom. As you can see, the temperature down there it's below the chimney is not very hot, and I could set a cold smoke going if I had it going like that if I wished. And so basically that's it. It's kind of like an outhouse that's insulated, and it's all untreated pine, and there's no glue or anything. Glue wouldn't work. It would just melt the majority of glues. You have to just use screws to screw them into a frame, and it's just up off the ground a little bit. And that's basically it. You just build a tall rectangle, stick a roof on it, stick a door on it, and insulate it, and you have a smokehouse. At the beginning, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I thought that just having that little pan there with cinders and wood in it would be enough to get it up to temperature, but I was very wrong. You gotta, something this size, you have to blast a lot of heat into it to get it to work. So I've lit 2 lighters inside in the drum there, just to light these up. This is lumpwood charcoal. I tried the compressed dust ones. They just don't taste right. So proper lumpwood does the job much, much better. We'll just light that up, and the temperature will start to rise fairly quickly inside the smoker. So it's swinging up here to the temperature probes. You'll see just from the flames. So we're reading 1111. But this is just flames now. It's going to start rising up because it's 12 degrees. There's no real leakage. Once there's a lot of smoke in there, you get a lot of smoke coming out. But you don't want to smoke with this type of smoke. This smoke is there's a lot of fumes and stuff like that. You want pure blue smoke if possible, and you get that mostly from green wood or wet timber. I wouldn't burn the bark. A lot of bark is bitter, so just pare off the bark, and it works good. So just before we get started, you can see the venison there. I have some sun-ripened tomatoes, or some sun-dried tomatoes in it, with all its nice rub, and then we have a nice chunk of ham and some pigskin behind it, just because it was there. And that's going to go in just while it's heating up now, because I want to get... It's going to start rising in a minute. There's a good flame going on in the fire, so it's a little bit too hot. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some of that green wood now and put it in, and I'm going to fast forward this, but you'll see how fast that starts rising when it does start going up in a minute. Alright, it's been about, I don't know, 5 minutes, and you can see the top one's already at 110. I don't have the meat thermometer plugged in at the moment because it's obviously not going to be that hot yet. But I'm just taking the bark of some of the hazel here before I put it in. It's because the hazel bark can be a little bit bitter taste to it, so you don't really want that coating your food. But I'm just going to leave it on a high temperature for a few minutes. It'll help. It'll just help the whole smokehouse get to temperature quicker. Okay, it's been in there for an hour now, and it's getting a little bit too hot. The meat's already at, I'm sure you can see there, 43 degrees. So it's heating up a little bit too fast. I'm going to drop it down to the shelf down below, and it'll be a bit more comfortable. As you can read, the bottom shelf is 100 degrees, while the top one right now is 121. So we'll move it around and see how it goes. And we actually get to see a bit of it now as well. quick look. You can see starting to brown around the edges. There's a good bit of temperature in there, but it's a little bit too hot where it is. Okay, it's 2 hours later. The internal temperature of the venison is now 55 degrees, whereas medium rare. I'm going to bring it inside, let it settle, it'll cool down a bit, put some glaze on it, bring it back out, bring it out to temperature, and also fill the smoker with the rest of the meats and stuff that's going to be cooking for the last hour. So we'll take it out here and hopefully be able to see. It's getting a bit dark. Unplug the temperature probe there. Alright, there you can see, kind of, you can see the venison roast there and the ham behind it, and we're just going to bring it inside real quick because it's heavy. There you can see the roast, and you can see the ham. You can see the rest of the stuff. We got some ribs, loads of pig belly, some sausages, some vegetables, some chicken skewers, some pigs in blankets, and I think that's it. Oh, some nice duck breast. Back at the smoker, I'm about to get it heated up again. It's now too dark to see, but I'll show you the stacking arrangement. So we have chicken skewers, we have ribs, some pork belly, and duck, and sausages, and frozen, what are they called? Pigs in blankets. Some vegetables in this tray here, and we have our pork and our, what's it called? Venison up top roasting. So we're going to get it up to temperature now, and go for the last hour and see how it ends up. Alright, so we have one roast chicken, one smoked chicken, what do you call it, duck breast, pig belly, some sausages, ham rolled ham, some veggies, some ribs, some more pork belly, some chicken skewers, some pigs in blanket, and the venison, which is nearly all gone, and a bit more, what's it called, pork. But you can see the venison there. Oh man, so good. See you guys next time.